Greetings, Internet. It's time to take a quick look at weeks 6 through 10 of the 2015-2016 Palm Coast Lanes Friday Night Mixed. With the first position round right around the corner, week 6 was one of those weeks where a strong performance was needed for momentum, and most of the battles were not close. Scott Cooper would rip a 706 series as his L's and C's would start a hot streak in taking 7 from the oddballs, while Dave Bonanno would come through as his 5 stars would easily take care of the sandbaggers. The Turtle Lickers didn't need to do much to take 5 and total wood by 201 points over Highly Medicated, and the Alley Cats took 4 and are starting to look like the champions that they were last year. So who would step it up in the first position round of the season? Week 7 of the Friday Night Mix would mark the first position round of the season, and only 2 of the matchups would be close. Guys and Dolls would barely escape with 5 from the 5 stars, and Highly Medicated would take 5 and total wood by only 5 pins from Mark It Up. The average margin of victory for total wood in the other 4 matchups was 175 points. The L's and C's would easily take 7, as did the Alley Cats. For Jeffrey Twombly and company, there was a big sigh of relief knowing that their ugly start was finally behind them. The Sandbaggers would take 5 and total wood by over 200 points against Joe's Aces, and Up Your Alley would take 5 with little effort over the Turtle Lickers. Overall, this was blowout laden, and hopefully there won't be too many more weeks like this. The L's and C's strong performances would continue in week 8 of the Friday Night Mixed. Alex Cobo stepped it up big, and his bunch would take 5 over the Alley Cats. Guys and Dolls would fall back to earth and lose the lead after only managing to keep it close against the Turtle Lickers. The same could be said for Mark It Up, as they only took 2 from the 5 stars. The Sandbaggers would crush Up Your Alley as Jack Shudo averaged 60 pins under per game. Joe's Aces would hang on, taking 5 from Highly Medicated, and Sandra Berry's strong effort helped her team walk away with total wood against the Steelers. If you wanted blowouts, then week 9 of the Friday Night Mix was for you. The average margin of victory was 199 points, and 2 battles were decided by an average of 337 points. David Evans' awesome 738 series would propel his Sandbaggers in taking 5 from the Turtle Lickers in spite of Michelle Hamilton's strong effort. James DiStefano would really come through, and his Joe's Aces would crush the 5 stars. Bud Geisy's sweet 268 game would help his Steelers crush Guys and Dolls, and Greg Smith would be sensational for Highly Medicated to fall short to Scott Cooper in the L's and C's. And finally, Up Your Alley would be involved in the closest finish, for what it was worth, taking 5 over the oddballs. Would things be more competitive in week 10? The answer would be yes. Week 10 of the Friday Night Mix would be much more competitive in terms of how things turned out, with total wood being decided by an average of 58 points. Highly Medicated would barely take 3 and total wood from the Alley Cats, and the oddballs would narrowly get by the Turtle Lickers and take 5. Guys and Dolls would end their lengthy losing streak in taking 5 from the Sandbaggers, where David Evans was just a 6-8-10 split conversion away from a Dutch 200. Marianne Collins would come through as her Steelers took 5 over Up Your Alley. The 5 stars would stop the L's and C's hot streak in taking 5 over them, and Mark It Up's struggles would continue as Joe's Aces would take 5 from them. Things are really getting interesting, as the top half of the leaderboard is all bunched up. This season is still young, and there's a long way to go. And that'll do it for the second 5-week stretch that was in the Friday Night Mixed, and I'll do another summary 5 weeks from now. And until then, so long for now!